Wednesday. Happy Hump Day.
Happy Hump Day. Happy Wednesday, y'all. What it do? It's something different.
Something different. We had to do it.
We had to do it. Y'all come on in and press the like button. I know y'all not used to us doing something on the
midweek,
but y'all come on in and let's have some fun with this. Instead of 8 p.m. Central and 6 p.m. Pacific, we're coming a little hour early. You know what I mean? And so y'all come on in and hit the like button, man. And we couldn't pass this up to talk about this during in the middle of the week. So y'all come on and y'all tap in with us. Hit that like button. Press that subscribe button. Hold on just a second.
Okay. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. There is a poll in the chat. Please feel free to hit that poll. Just like on Friday nights, hit that poll. Pause.
So
it don't stop. Midweek, we hit the poll too.
Yeah.
Gotta make that money. Midweek.
Hit that poll question. What up, y'all? Hey, without further ado, first of all, thank you guys for coming in. I'm not on my job, sis. Not on my job. I appreciate everybody coming on through. Thank y'all for coming.
It's midweek.
Happy Wednesday, happy Hump Day. We are the Tapped In Podcast, and my name is the one and only SBK Media. And this lovely young lady that is to the side of me is who? Who are you?
It is I. It is me. It's she. It's just E from It's Just E TV.
I like the way you hit the mic.
Hey.
It's just E TV. So yeah. Thank y'all for coming through, man. I appreciate y'all. I know it's something different, but we got to bring this here news to you. Well, it's news, but we want to break it all the way down to you guys. And if you guys have been following me on my page, like the majority of you guys do, I've mentioned this case, and we want to, not only on my page here, we want to bring it all down and break it all down and make it a teaching lesson. You know what I'm saying? It's a teaching lesson for us all. And I think a lot of people, I'll read a statement that you put on my post, sis, from this.
Okay.
We'll get into that. But I think a lot of times we look at the news and stuff like that, and we don't really personalize things when we should. You know, it should be personalized, and it should be things that we can take and learn from. And it could happen to us. You know, don't say it couldn't. It can. You know what I mean? So that's where we're at with it. You know, so y'all look at the beautiful stuff. Now that BML, Black Lives Matter, I got that from a picture, sis.
Really?
And that wasn't black people. That wasn't black people put that had the BLM. It's white people that are more. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. White people more so are kind of speaking out and calling that stuff out. You know what I mean? Then, you know, even though I have my thoughts.
You're going to have to come up with another acronym, though. Them people are shady.
They're going to have to come up with another acronym because that's been, I won't get it.
It's attached to some shady people.
To some efforting, to some effort. But we're going to talk about it. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about it. Let's talk about it.
FBA Lives Matter. FBALM.
FBALM?
Yeah, FBALM. We gotta change it up or something.
Hey, we gotta
Yeah.
send that up the ladder and change that. Yeah, because
Yeah.
the co-founder of that, she's living it up. Everybody just
Mhm.
living it up, and then broke camp
Yeah.
and living it up. You know.
Living it up.
But
Too
there's
good.
a poll question. I'll read it and then let me salute the chat because we have home training,
We got home training.
and so let me salute the chat. So we got Kevin Corporation in the house, the attorney. He is saying salute to his clients. So shout out to Kevin Corporation. Shout out to the beautiful Foxy 2 Roxy.
Miss Foxy Roxy.
She letting everybody know that she is from Greenville, North Carolina.
I heard that. Wait. I thought she was in DC.
She moved.
Oh.
Yeah, she moved. Yeah, she.
You in North Carolina?
Yeah, she in North Carolina.
All right.
So
Shout out.
so far we got ghost watchers in the house. So all you ghost
Shout out
watchers,
to the Ghost Watchers.
y'all, shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. So
We know it's midweek. We know we catching y'all off. Y'all like, what is this?
but
What
you know,
is this?
But you know, people they see us live and they'll start tuning in. You know what I mean? They'll start tuning in.
Yeah.
So anyways, so there's a poll question in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll read it. Oh,
Okay.
you want to give your sermon? You want to give your sermon note?
Oh, my sermon.
Yeah,
The Bushwicks. For the Bushwicks who are currently ghost watching. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? We have rules here. We have, household rules that we like for all people, those in the chat, and especially the Bushwicks, the Ghost Watchers, to adhere to. Here they are. We would like for you to hit the like button. We would like for you to share this live.
Share it.
And we would love for
Yes.
you guys to bring your butts on down into this chat. It's anonymous.
Yep.
Hit this poll.
Question. Pause.
Pause. Poll. Question. Pause. But you got to hit it
You gotta hit it.
and add to the conversation.
Yes, Lord.
Hey, Black P Stone.
P Stone, salute to you, bro. Salute. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Good to see
He
you.
came out the cloud.
He came out.
This is for those of you that don't want to come down and hang with the chat. For whatever reason, we respect it. But you need to come on anonymously and hit this poll.
Hit that poll.
Hit that poll.
Right.
And hit that like button.
Hit the like button. Hit the poll question.
And if you're not subscribed,
Subscribe. Yes. You heard
Subscribe.
what the sis said. If y'all not subscribed, what the hell are you waiting on? You know what I mean? Subscribe to the channel, and we giving you some thought-provoking content. All right, getting that started early. Thought-provoking content. So, thought-provoking
Don't do
content.
this to me tonight.
Yes. That's how we're gonna do it. You know how I do.
Thought-provoking content.
Content. Yes.
Pause.
Pause. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, y'all hit the like button again. Y'all have seen what's been in the news.
Mm-hmm.
And first of all, I want to send my condolences to the young man's family, Nolan Wells.
Family.
Yep, Nolan Wells. I got some beautiful beam footage that we'll play, but the Wells family, Nolan Wells, 18-year-old young man that lost his life in Mississippi at the Horn Island.
Island.
And so there's a lot of unanswered questions. Yeah, unanswered questions. So my heart goes out to the Nolan Wells family, that young man's family. Every time, I don't know, man. The dude is 18 years old, and you're talking. Now, let me preference what I'm about to say is you're listening to two content creators that have kids, Sis has a son. You know, I have a son, a bonus son, two sons.
Two.
My bad, two sons. That's right. I have a bonus son. I have a daughter. You know, and both of my bonus son and, you know, y'all know the great Thrive and Glow with Joe. Her son is just like my son. You know what I mean? I'm so close to the dude. Like a few days ago, sis, he texted me. Joe didn't even know. He texted me and said, "Hey, you know, I just got a raise for my job. You know what I'm saying? I just want to let you know, that I got a raise." And so I looked at that text message. I'm like, man, and I texted him back and I told him, "I'm proud of you, son." You know, and that did my heart good. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And during that time when he texted me, that's whenever I found out that old boy had lost his life.
Okay.
They just found his body. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know, you know, sis, I know you're just like me when it comes to this type of stuff. You know, we have children, and we look at these stories, and it kind of hits different whenever you have children of your own. And so this young man was celebrating July 4th, and
with supposedly his friends.
Supposedly his friends. And,
classmates.
Yep. And so there's a lot of unanswered questions. You know what I'm saying? You got something you want to add, sis, before I start playing some stuff?
Yeah, I just wanted to say I wanted to come on here today. Well, we wanted to come on here today because, you know, there's a lot of information that's coming out, and I was trying to wait and see what comes about with the topic of conversation. Yeah, I thought the same thing, but they were all Black. But there's a connection either way. And I can explain why I feel it's a connection. But when I saw it, my heart went out. My heart goes out, period. But I hate looking at this. And I kind of touched on it Friday. But when I touched on it Friday, the little bit that I said, I didn't know a lot about what was going on. I just, based on what I had seen, to me, that's how I thought, right? Yeah. And it turned out to be fairly accurate on what I had stated with regards to sometimes when we leave, you know, our usual surroundings for better, sometimes we let our guard down, or we assume that because we're in a better situation, a quote unquote better situation, living environment, that, you know, things are fine. You get lackadaisy or very trusting, right?
Yep.
And you feel that you are around people who have the same values as you, you know, are treating you and looking at you as, you know, the same as you're looking at them, but that wasn't the case. And, you know, what triggered me for this particular live was when the parents had their sit down, and I don't know, was it with 60 Minutes? It was with someone.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But what his father said, I kind of got a little triggered. It said something to me. Said something about how I feel they felt. And so I was like, I asked SBK, can we do this live? I sent him the video and he's like, oh yeah, for sure. So that's why we're here tonight. He's like, oh yeah, for sure. Let's do it.
Yep. For some reason I can't. That one particular video, I can't send it to myself of the father. I got it here, but I can't send it from home. Oh, here, home.
See?
I got it.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah, let me send it to myself. What in the world?
Hey, Miss Wanda.
Is Miss Wanda in the house? Shout out to you, Miss Wanda. For some reason, I can't pull it up, sis.
Reversing high blood pressure. I love that.
Yes, she is doing the damn thing too, sis. She
Yes,
is
I
doing
see
the
her.
damn thing.
I'm subscribed.
She is doing the. Okay, so I can't. What in the world is going on with my? I can't pull it up for some reason.
But I can't. We came here too while he's trying to get the video. We also came here because I want to hear from the parents.
Yep.
Parents who have children this age or have had children this age that are older. Like my kids are adults, but I still remember those time frames when he was in high school and
Yep.
my thought process. And my thought process really hasn't changed. And my son knows it. So we've had many conversations, but I would love to hear from the mothers and fathers in the chat what you think of this. What do you think of this situation?
And first of all, yeah, it's again, I want to say I'm trying to pull up this one particular video because that's very important. That since sis has sent it to me, I got everything pulled up except that. I got it on my phone, except
But you
that
can't get it.
I can't send it to myself, so I can send it on here.
Hold on. Let me
If you
hold
can
on
send
one
it to
second.
my
Your
send it to
Instagram?
send it to my IG. So
Okay.
we're not here to accuse anyone or declare what happened. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
not what we're doing. We're not here to point fingers or anything like that because
No.
that investigation is ongoing. The investigation is ongoing, but there's many important questions that I feel like that us as parents and just about all of us in the chat right now, we're parents and or grandparents, and there needs to be some questions. There needs to be some conversations that need to be had amongst ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And so
Okay, I just sent it to you.
Okay, let me see if I can.
While you're looking it up, Ms. Wanda said, I live in a county. Excuse me. I think she meant county instead of country. I live in a county and my kids went to a predominantly white school. There were one of several, but trust me, we were well aware of our surroundings. That's what I'm talking about. Miss Foxy said, it's hard for children to defer who is a friend and who is not a friend. I do believe that, and that's why we have parents, right? That's why you have your parents, and hopefully you have relationships with your kids. But I don't want to go too far. Let me put this disclaimer up. I put the disclaimer up.
Okay.
So we're good. Do you see it?
It ain't came in yet, sis. I don't know what's going
Oh,
on.
it didn't? Well, I can play it if you need me to.
Yeah, go ahead and play it.
Okay, I got you.
Go ahead and play it.
This is the interview from the parents that I was like, interesting. Let's see if y'all catch it. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me turn this up.
Believe that, but
Hold on. Let me go back.
You said that you're going to
Do you think race might be a factor?
like my wife said, I don't want to believe that, but it's just so many things have happened, and so many things have been swept under the rug. Like I said, Nolan didn't see color. He saw people for who they are. And I used to always tell him, so you need to go out there close, because everyone is not going to reciprocate that same love that you give. I just want transparency. I just want to know what happened to my son.
Christine, why does that make you so emotional?
Because he just had a big heart. Like, to really know Nolan, to have him as your friend it was something special. People aren't like him. He was just different, and
Do you worry that he might have trusted too much?
sometimes, yeah. And that was something we always talked to him about.
Do you think Grace might be?
So I wanted to play that.
Right.
And what touched me was where I got a little triggered when he said, my son didn't see color. And I know what he meant by that. You know, his son, when people say that, they mean that his son didn't judge people by the color of their skin.
Right.
He took them for who they were, right?
Right.
But I always say you cannot not see color.
Yep.
I see color all the time.
Yep.
I think it's important to see color.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because for me, he was judging them off of his characteristics.
Right.
And like they were saying, he's too trusting, and he trusted too much. And even though she said she talked to him about it, for me, I'm like, what did you say? Because I don't know. This is just me. There was no way my son, if he's that trusting, was getting on that boat and he's the only one. And you know that about me. Ain't no way. It would have never happened.
Nope. Not at all.
And that just, for me, I was like, well, if you knew that about your son, and you always had these conversations with your son, he's 18, but he's still under your care, under your tutelage, under your guidance. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Ain't no way. Hey, First Lady.
Hey, Sirius, how you, love? Thank you for coming through. Yep. Kind of a touchy subject.
Yeah, and I don't want to. I'm not shading his parents at all. They are, good parents. Raised a amazing son. I'm just, for me, when all of them said what they said, I'm like, well, if you know that about your son, why did you allow it?
Right.
Why?
Right. Facts. So let me read that poll question if you guys have not looked at the poll question. I want you guys to vote and read the poll question. The poll question states, can you ever truly know who your real friends are? Yes, no, only in tough situations. Can you ever truly know who your real friends are? A lot of you, man, just about all of you in the chat, just about. I saw y'all in my my premiere that I had Monday, and I talked about this. I'll play a little bit of it, but let me give y'all some context to the story so you guys can see what has been found out so far. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Go back, and I want to show y'all something. This is earlier, and can y'all see that? Y'all see
Yes.
that?
Yes.
All right. Let me go ahead and play that. Let me speed this thing up, and then we'll proceed.
A lively holiday atmosphere on Horn Island off the Mississippi Gulf Coast turned into a desperate emergency response operation after the disappearance of 18-year-old Nolan Wells. Nolan and a group of friends went on an excursion to the popular island to celebrate Independence Day. But the atmosphere quickly shifted after friends noticed Nolan failed to return to the mainland as the sun began to set. Authorities said Nolan was last seen on the island at around 3 p.m. and did not return on the same boat as his group of friends. By midnight, his mother contacted the Jackson County Sheriff's Office and reported her son missing. Nolan's distraught mother pleaded for help on social media, sharing photos of her son wearing blue swim trunks and sunglasses, smiling on the boat and huddled around friends. The mom requested the help of the United Cajun Navy, a nonprofit organization that provides for disaster relief. I'm Israel Salas Rodriguez, senior news reporter at the U.S. Sun. Thanks again for joining us. Make sure to click that like and subscribe button to stay tuned for more reports like this one. Joining us now is Josh Gill, the Cajun Navy's incident coordinator for the search and rescue for Nolan. Josh, thank you so much for joining us. Can you just introduce yourself to our audience?
Josh Gill. I'm from Louisiana. I'm the incident commander for the United Cajun Navy.
And how long have you been with the organization?
Been with the organization on and off since its inception. Really been instrumental in the role for a couple years now.
And shifting over to the Nolan Wells case, can you describe the water conditions surrounding Horn Island for those of us who are not familiar with the area?
Sure. So Horn Island's off the coast of Mississippi. I believe about 10 miles off the coast. It's a 144 square mile island. It's pretty big. It's a location that's in the Gulf of Mexico / Gulf of America, whichever nomenclature you want to use. It's a destination area for boaters, right? Fishermen, boaters, recreational boaters as well. July 4th weekend, the water wasn't extremely rough. It was a normal day. I'd say light swells, maybe up to 1 foot. There is a pretty heavy tidal surge and tidal movement on that portion of the island where they were at. It's a pass between two islands, so there's increased tidal influence right there, along with wind and wave action.
Okay. And is the area popular during the holiday, during 4th of July weekend?
Extremely popular. All summer long, it's popular. Like I said, there'll be anywhere from a few hundred boats to be over 1,000.
And can the water conditions change at all when the sun begins to set around the area?
Sure. Conditions can change rapidly there. It's not exceptionally deep, which calls for the ability for conditions to change quickly.
Can you walk us through the timeline from the moment that Nolan was reported missing?
Sure. So to the best of my knowledge, again, I didn't get a call till that next day. As I appreciate, late that evening, Nolan was on the beach. The vessel that he came with left. And from there, we don't know what happened, right? Again, I'm just a volunteer, I'm running volunteer operations. I'm not law enforcement. So what happened really isn't what I'm looking for. What I look for a search is that last known location, and then specifics about the area or specifics about the person. Knowing that that northwest corner of Horn Island was what we call the LKL, last known location. From there, we looked at the weather conditions, tidal conditions, wind conditions to come up with a plan, come up with a grid on what we could do. As within 30 to 45 minutes of when I got notification of him missing from the family and then from the mother, we had surface vessels, that's boats, that were in the area starting to search. We also had 2 drones that were in the air, as well as boots on the ground on the island doing a manual walk to look for Nolan there. That next day, yesterday, we had at daylight 4 vessels, 2 more people, as well as a fixed wing aircraft in the air that started 6:15-ish, 6:30.
And when Nolan's mom did reach out to you, what was her tone like? Did she give you any information that could help in the search?
Oh, absolutely. So, and again, you can understand the frantic. She was frantic. She wanted to know everything that was going on, and what we could do to provide resources, what we could do to help her find her son. I mean, that's issue number 1: find Nolan. But again, she was, with everything that was going on, Miss Christine was extremely calm when she was providing that information, and I asked some very tough questions. And I just wanted to make sure that, she understood all the questions that I asked are related to helping me find the location to search.
And when you and your team were on the ground, were you approached by any of maybe Nolan's friends that stayed in the area and that they provide any information to you guys?
It is an active and open investigation, so I'd rather not discuss the pieces and parts of who we had conversations with. I will say this, is that I don't believe any of the friends stayed.
And
did y'all hear that? Did y'all notice that? Now, this is an independent investigator that was put there to search, and the interviewer asked him about the friends, and he didn't go into further detail about the friends because it's an open investigation. And I want to bring that back out about what he was just asked and
what he just said. Yeah.
You knew the friend stayed.
And what did
Is that I don't believe any of the friends stayed.
Hold on.
and
With I will say investigation, so I'd rather not discuss the pieces and parts of who we had conversations with. I will say this is that I don't believe any of the friends stayed.
and
So I'll stop right there. So there you have it. You know, there's pictures floating all over the place with him and his friends, quote unquote friends. And it just doesn't sit right with me, because if my friend came with me, you're going to leave with me. If you didn't want to leave with me and you wanted to go off somewhere else or whatever, but you know, that's not the way my friends roll. We all roll together and we love together. We're not going to go somewhere else at that age. But then it's just the way I was raised. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't sit right with me, man. It just doesn't sit right with me at all.
Right.
So you got something you want to add, sis? I got some more beautiful beam footage, you know.
Well, while you pulling it up, I'll just say what I have to say.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems odd, and that he definitely elated to that. I don't believe the friend stayed. That speaks volumes, and it goes to the question that we have in the chat. Like you, for females, we used to all stay together. So if we came together, we leave together. Yep. Now, you will have some that you didn't know, that wasn't your friend, came with someone else, and they may try to do what they wanted to do. But our friend group, or my friend group, we made sure we left together. So if we came on BART to Oakland to kick it somewhere, we left on BART back home, all of us.
Yeah.
If we went to the club together, we left the club together.
Yeah.
We didn't leave nobody, especially if they were intoxicated or anything. You're not getting left. I don't care what he looked like.
Yep.
You come home, get his number, pager number, whatever. Y'all try to hook that up later.
Here's the thing about it, sis, before I pull this thing up. And, you know, I always have sermon notes, you know what I'm saying? And I always come prepared. But as parents, you got to ask yourself, do you know who your children are with? Do we really know our children's friends? Have we met them?
Correct.
You know, who are the adults that are supervising? Where are you
Correct.
going? You know, what's the emergency plan if something goes wrong? You know, these are questions that I'm asking. You know what I mean? Do we really know who our friends are? I made a statement in the premiere that I did Monday, talking about my daughter. I've heard her say before, well, Dad, my friend that's my friend. How do you know that's your friend?
How you know that's your friend?
You know what I mean? And just sit there and looks at me. And I gave a scenario where, you know, there were certain kids at school that knows that she buys a lot of stuff from the cafeteria, and they asked her to buy her stuff, and I'm looking at her account, and I'm like, why are you spending all this money? And of course, teachers like, hey, you might want to check into that because they're just using her. They know that she got the money to spend it. They're just using her. You know what I'm saying? So kids, and I made the point, kids at an early age these days, sis, kids know how to use people. Kids manipulate. Kids, are vicious.
It's always been manipulating.
Yeah, it's always been that way. So that's, but here's some important information that I want to bring up right now that I want you guys to listen, that just came out.
Okay.
And I want to say shout out to Willie D.
Willie D.
But Willie D reported on this and other people reported on this. And this just came out about 8 hours ago. Other people are reporting on it, but I want you guys to pay attention, all right?
Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Trigger warning. We got a couple of young women who says that they spoke with a person who's in the body transportation business. And they saw condition of Nolan Wells' body as it was being transported to DC for a independent autopsy. And what they saw.
Y'all pay attention. Please pay attention. Did y'all just hear what he said? All right.
I'm going to talk about Nolan Wells today. So today, we actually know someone that works transporting bodies, human remains, and things like that. So today I got a call from that person, and they were just talking about the body that they came across. This was Nolan Wells. So before knowing all that, he said that the body was mistreated. Yeah. It looked abused. It looked like he was tortured. Looked as if he was burnt, maybe.
Where?
Face, body, said he was burnt.
And not only that, his body was mistreated when they transported him.
So as they were transporting him, he was actually face down. So everyone knows when you're transporting the body, when only a couple of people work that job, they all know you don't transport the body face down. It's kind of very disrespectful. So you always have them face up. Well, specifically his body whatever reason was face down. And me personally, I took that as disrespect.
Yeah.
My heart goes out to the family.
Yes, definitely.
Because all we know is what they put out
on the internet.
But today, we actually found out a lot about his autopsy without even reading the autopsy.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking.
I'm so sorry that family had to go through this. Really just
want to give our condolences to the family. It's a mom or moms,
grandmothers,
dads, family. Period. Just we give the most prayers to you, and we stand behind you because we know right what really happened.
Right. So.
And at the end of the day, whatever lies those families have covered up, or whatever lies they're trying to cover, we're sorry. Yeah. And we're here for you. And we just want you to know that what was seen today was unacceptable.
It's unacceptable. And that's why we want to inform what's going on during the transport like that.
Something you can be quiet on
at all.
When you've seen something so heartbreaking as a child, go through something traumatic.
Yes.
It hurts to know that was done to him in the ways that we can't even express.
Right.
And as a person, you should have some type of humanity.
Right.
And I felt like those people who were transporting him did not have humanity in no way, shape, or form. Because if I can feel the way I feel about the situation, just listening to what happened, you also can listen to what happened to this child.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, that is a child that you did that to.
Right.
So this child needs justice. Because we're not going to sleep until he gets it.
At all. And I heard the feds are in Mississippi right.
So what we're dealing with, fam, what they don't understand, when they're talking as if they're talking about civilized human beings. These people are uncivilized mutts.
So you see Willie D going in.
So did they hear it or did they see it?
They said they heard it from a person that, now there's other people reporting it, heard it from folks that transport folks to the morgue,
Yeah, the coroners.
Basically the coroners. And so that's came out,
Okay. I mean, there are some things that came out with regards to the coroner, and I don't know if you heard it with regards to the credentials of the coroners in Mississippi and what the requirements are for a coroner?
Yeah, I got
That is
well,
not.
Yeah, well, there's
Okay.
one lady. There's this one lady that was a coroner that I got footage on that too. I think there's a certain lady that is a coroner there in Mississippi that was miscalculating things. I don't know if it's the same, if it's along the same lines. But let me.
Yeah, and they were saying that there's not a huge credentialing or requirements to become a coroner in that county.
Yeah. Let me.
I guess you just got to be comfortable with with the deceased.
Yeah, man. Let me see if I can find that. And is this it? Well, let me get that. That's something else. Well, let me go ahead and play this. Shout out to Poetic Flacco.
Shout out Poetic.
Former Mississippi judge have came forward and confirmed the police ain't doing everything they could do to solve this Nolan Wells investigation, potential murder. And it's probably because there are some very powerful families involved in this situation. Not only are they not doing their job, the judge will even take it a step further and say, yo, there are obvious crimes and arrests that needs to be made already that they are neglecting and refusing to act on. This is Carlos Moore. He's a former judge in Mississippi and current attorney. Y'all called us race hustling, ambulance chasing grifters because we say, yo, this Nolan Wells situation doesn't spell well and we want an investigation. So we race hustling, ambulance chasing grifters. So now you guys got to deal with an actual attorney, somebody who actually knows the law, somebody who was a judge, who knows how the enforcement of the laws are supposed to work. And let him explain how exactly the police is botching this investigation and not doing what they are supposed to do. Now, as you listen to him, ask yourself this: if Nolan Wells was any other race, let's not even say white, if Nolan Wells was any other race, do you think this investigation would be going how it's going right now?
Hello, friends. Come on in. I'm Judge Carlos Moore.
Judge Carlos Moore. Man, say it one time for him, man. Judge who? Say it one time for him, man. Judge who?
Hello, friends. Come on in. I'm Judge Carlos Moore.
This brother dropped a 40-minute masterpiece going at the police for their 1 hour of investigation before they said no foul play. Now, he broke down.
Now, this Judge Carlos Moore, y'all can go look him up. He did a 40-minute rant. We're not going to play all of it, but Poetic Flacco plays enough for us to go over so y'all can get a gist of what we're dealing with, all right?
Why there should be people in cuffs in jail fighting a bond right now while this case is being investigated. And he broke down the exact crimes they have already committed.
This is all very suspicious activity. We know that based on an audio recording and some video that Nolan Wells can be heard saying, give me my freaking keys. Excuse me, give me my freaking phone. And it's been two different versions. Some say he said, give me my freaking phone, or some say he said, give me my MF phone. Regardless, he was asking or demanding his phone. Someone had his phone who did not have permission to have his phone. So the first thing I see, the simplest thing I see is who had his phone and why? And was that theft of the phone? Sometimes we look at the largest case, we try to get to murder. But the person that took his phone committed the crime right there. There are witnesses to who took that phone.
This is what we're talking about, man. This is how it looks like when somebody really wants to solve something. This is how it looks like if somebody really cares. This is how it looks like when there's a concerted effort to figure out what happened. You know what you don't do? You don't say, hey, do y'all want to talk? Nope, we ain't got nothing to say. IG deleted, phones off. We don't got nothing to say. Mama's a judge. Mama said don't talk. We good. Okay, cool. Hey, man, there's nothing, we didn't find nothing wrong. No, you get down to the bottom of this, man. If Nolan Wells was any other race, we're not even going to say white. You know why we're not going to say white? Right? Because when we say white, now it's race hustling. When we say white, now it's grifting. So if Nolan Wells was any other race and his friends, now we're going to say black now. If his friends were black, because we know how they do us. If Nolan Wells was any other race and his friends were black, you don't think if that video comes out of Nolan?
Y'all hear me? Stop.
Yeah.
Well, scream my phone, what y'all doing? They not charging them with theft, robbery, or something. They not bringing. Listen.
Okay, let me stop right there. Basically, and I will say shout out to my peer, Alice, blessed child of God.
Alice.
How are you, love? Thank you for coming through. She's saying happy Wednesday to everyone. Shout out to my peer. What he's alluding to is just what you were talking about, sis. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's just, man, I got so much stuff to say, but but let's go ahead and start playing. So be sure to hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen, and be sure to hit the poll question that's in the chat. All right.
First Lady Pink.
They will be in jail.
Had something to say. Well,
okay.
She had a question, so I'll put it down until you finish.
Okay.
They will find out who Nolan Wells was arguing with, who had the phone, and once Nolan Wells said, "Give me back my phone," that you guys didn't give it back, that's theft. If those kids were black, they'll be in jail right now. Ain't it funny the police forget how to make people rat? They forget how to make people squeal. They forget the art of turning somebody into a rat when it comes to Nolan Wells. They've been doing it to us for centuries. And on these charges and make them tell on each other.
If an affidavit is signed, an arrest warrant could be signed by a judge in Mississippi to go after that person that had that phone lawfully. We know, based on his own words, Nolan Wells' words while he was alive, he did not give whoever had that phone permission to have that phone. So was that theft? I think if an affidavit is signed, if it was presented to me when I was a judge, I would have signed an arrest warrant for the person for theft of that phone, based on what I've heard. It'd have to be an affidavit format, but if it was presented to me in affidavit format from law enforcement, I would sign the arrest warrant for, at least at this point, theft of the man's phone. We know who had it. We know who didn't report it to the family. The family had to go find it, and we know that Nolan Wells said give it back to him, and never did it. It was not given back to him. Why was that? All of the other things I've stated, you piece it together. Is there enough right now for arrest warrants for murder? That is a good question. I do know at this point, there should have been search warrants signed by a judge. Evidence should have been presented to a judge by now. We are nearly 7 days after July the 4th, when he was first reported missing. There should have been evidence submitted by Jackson County law enforcement agents. We do know at this.
Y'all still hear me thinking? You still hear me?
Yes.
I'll stop it right there. And I'll stop it right there, stop sharing. But Lisa J. Stocks is in the house. How are you, love? Thank you for coming through. Thank you. All right, so we got what you want to Sirius put up something?
Yeah, she did. She asked a question.
Okay.
Where is it? She said, I have alarming questions. 1, why didn't the friends contact his parents? 2, why was the cell phone in one of the friends' possession?
Very, very great questions. Well, there was, and I have answers. Well, first of all, there was a press conference today with Benjamin Crump and the family, the Wells family. And I'll play that in a little bit. But Jackson, Mississippi Police Department wanted to confiscate the phone so they can look through it. But Benjamin Crump and the family, they met with the district attorney. So they're going together look at the phone. There were missing text messages that were erased. All sorts of. Also,
can I just say this? Why did they have? Maybe this is just me. Why do they have Ben Crump as their attorney and Al Sharpton on this?
That's another story in itself. I don't know.
Why are they allowing them to be a part of this?
That's another story in itself. But I knew you was gonna ask that question. Hey, Dr. The barrier goddess.
Baby.
I don't know.
It's just
it's a lot of. I don't.
He doesn't. When has he won a case?
I don't know. That's a good
He
question.
doesn't. He just gets money for the family.
I know. All I know that he's done so far, and it's really all I know what he's done so far is basically got a private
Foolery.
Yeah, a private coroner out of Florida to examine his body.
Right.
Now, I know Colin Kaepernick has sponsored that. He paid for that.
Yep, he paid for that. Tyler Perry's paying for the funeral.
He's paying for the funeral. So I trust
and
me.
Again,
I knew.
Why are all these people coming out for this if they didn't come out for
Texas, here in Texas?
Mm-hmm.
Because they it's.
I know the answer, but
I know the answer too. Clicks and views, bro.
Yeah.
Clicks and views, cloud. You know, Al Sharpton sometimes, talks, and I'm like, look, man, what I hate, man, is it just I'm trying not to offend anybody, ladies and gentlemen. But us black people, we know a bullshitter whenever we see one.
Right.
We got bullshitters in Congress. We got bullshit folks behind the pulpit.
Mm-hmm.
In business, it's always our kind that wants the spotlight. So I don't know, man. It's either them, it's either Ben Crump and Al Sharpton, or you go to somebody like Charleston White.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's one extreme to the other. You know what I mean?
Right.
You got Charleston White talking about putting up money for Carmelo Anthony and the family here in Texas, right?
Yeah.
And so then he turns on the family and makes watermelon shirts.
What do you expect? Charleston, at no point has Charleston White come on this internet and said that he wasn't a character. He has always came on this internet and said that he is a character. And he is after clicks and views. He has said that.
Yeah, he's a character, but you use people's pain to come up.
Yes. And he has said that.
He was on Vlad TV here recently and had a watermelon felon shirt. Vlad immediately said, look, I want, ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to know that he tried to offer me a shirt and I did not take it. He said, and Vlad said it right in front of him. He said, I would advise y'all not to get a shirt and so forth and so on. And then, Charleston said, it's all about capitalism. Basically, it's all about capitalism.
It is. First Lady said they have Ben Crump as their attorney because he diligently works with the family to get the word out about what they are sweeping under. Oh, sweeping under the rug. In essence, it's a money grab and a publicity campaign. Yeah.
I don't know why.
To me, it's exploitation.
It's exploitation, but I'm hoping that something comes out of it, justice comes out of it.
I do too.
But it's one of those things. I honestly, sis, I was like, sis is going to see this. Whenever I saw this dude start talking and whatever, I'm like, so hopefully hopefully there's something good that's going to come out of that. I hope.
I hope so.
You know what
So
I mean?
let me see what the folks are saying.
Oh no,
Thank you
good.
guys for participating in the poll.
You good, Queen? We knew what you was talking about. Full participation.
Oh yeah, we knew. We knew.
We knew what you was talking about. You good.
The question, if you haven't, anybody in the cloud, our ghost watchers and people in the chat, if you have not had an opportunity to take the survey, the poll, slide on in this chat anonymously and answer the poll. However, we have a good number of folks that have, so thank you so much. The question was, can you ever truly know who your real friends are? Yes, no, or only in tough situations. I would say, me personally, that, and this is just me personally, friendships are sometimes forged in fire. You know who your friends are when your back is against the wall, when you're in certain situations. Amen. You know, you understand who they are. You know, before that, it's just, okay, I know this person, I've been around this person, they come to my house, I come to their house. You know, I'm talking about when we're in school, high school. We talk on the phone, but you really know who your friend is when you get into a fight or some people about to jump you. And it's just you and them. Do they run or do they stand with you? Or if you got a boyfriend that's, you know, saying something, do they come to you or do they not? The boyfriend trying to do something to you, do they stand with you? Do they not? Do they let it happen? Or they don't? So I feel it's more forged in fire. You can never really know until it's been tested. That's my personal opinion.
And I concur with that. I have so much to say. We could talk about this all fucking day.
First Lady said facts.
I have friends, you know me, I have friends right now that my brother is a pastor. Him, myself, and a friend of ours that is from, he's from this area, but he lives in Buffalo, New York now. And they listen to our podcasts. And
thank you.
Yeah, they listen to our podcast. And so we're thinking, and you remember I was telling you about we were a couple of my friends do some podcasts on Spotify. But us three, I was, my brother and our friend from Buffalo, we were talking about doing, and like I said, I mentioned it to you. We were talking about doing a show about cults. All right.
Yep.
And a friend of ours, he's got a podcast about church cults and stuff like that, and talking about how we grew up. Well, there's a lot of our friends back in high school and folks that we went to church with, they go on this podcast and they tell their stories. Well, this one particular young man, black young man, to make a long story short, he went on one of the podcasts of our friends, and he said as a black man, as a young black kid, he was bullied for being black. And so the crew that I was with was like, we can't relate to that shit. You know what I mean? That shit never happened. You know what I mean? That shit never happened. You know what I mean? And we had some, there's some, I know white guys that would not put up with that. What's going on, David Ray? Thanks for coming through. Thank you.
David.
I can't relate to that shit at all. Anybody that knows me, what I'm saying to you guys tonight, ladies and gentlemen, what I've said on, Alice had a panel yesterday about social media and about not trusting everybody and stuff like that. And this is, we talked about it Friday. I talked about it Monday on my. Look, man, you got to have, as you said, if you have friends, so-called friends, that today is used so loosely. Correct. It is just used so loose because, look, if you're my friend, you're gonna take, you're gonna ride for me. If I get killed out here on these streets or whatever, you damn boy better ride for me. That's a fact. You better ride for me. You better take a bullet for me. If I have enemies out here, you know what I'm saying? You ain't finna ride. It's either ride or die. You know what I mean? So that's the type of people that I got around me that are friends, that I call friends. And that's a fact. You know what I mean? So ain't no friend of mine going to leave me behind. Ain't no friend of mine going to let another mofo talk about me behind my back. Ain't no friend of mine going to let another mofo try to jump me or do some harm to me, because there's going to be some serious problems. You know what I mean? So absolutely, the folks that I rode with when I was this young man's age, y'all can, man. I'm putting together a panel of guys that I grew up with, and we're going to talk about it. Look, man, I was a leader, not a follower. You know what I'm saying? I didn't just, I was aware of my surroundings. I'm always going to be aware of my surroundings, because we need to be some damn soldiers, man. You know what I mean? We need to be militant. We need to be militant, and we need to have a militant mind state. That's all there's to it, because we use the word friend and all this stuff, homeboy, and that's just, we use that too loosely, man.
I agree. I agree with Foxy. I have more associates than friends.
Facts.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
well, let's talk about that.
Let's talk
because you said we need to get militant.
Yep.
I agree with that, but I also want to say we need to. I'm going back to the parents. I really want to know, how do you guys talk to your kids?
I was just going to get into that. Look.
How do y'all talk to your kids? Circle smaller than that. Yep. Yep.
Look. It all goes back to that video you just played with Nolan's dad. Well, I don't want to see as race or whatever. Look, and I want to be just like you. I don't want to be disparaging of parenting skills.
Correct.
But damn it, man. We got to have those tough conversations. You know what I mean? So this is the world that we live in.
Yes. It has never changed. First Lady said, in this world today, the question remains, do we really have those types of friends that will have your back, side, and front? You may have that one that will. That's why I audit my circle. Facts. But we do. I'm gonna give me as an example as a parent.
Okay.
Because my son, my youngest son, he was like this young man. Trusting, right? He was very trusting. Totally opposite from me. Totally opposite from the way I was raised. But that was by design, right? He wasn't raised in low income. He wasn't raised in hood housing, right? He wasn't raised in the 80s when crack hit. You know what I'm saying? in our communities. That was by design. I didn't want my son raised in that type of environment. He was raised in the suburbs, but having raised my son in the suburbs, he didn't have no edge. You know, he didn't have no edge at all.
So can I stop you right there? I want to ask you something.
Sure.
This is me and you spitting just unadulterated, cold hard facts in real life situations. With this family right here, what you just stated about your son,
Mm-hmm.
and we translate it to what has been stated in the news about Nolan and his family.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are taking what you're saying and like, hey, we need to move our kids into a school district with folks that they can't really relate to, or folks that are different from them color-wise or you know, community-wise, because that's a better situation. But in turn, that might be detrimental in the long run. Now you just stated, you know, about your son, and I'm just going to translate it what you're trying to say. Son in a great environment, in a great school environment, but street smarts is
he didn't have
not there.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
You are correct.
Go ahead.
And I blame myself, especially his early years. I didn't have him around some of his cousins, because they was raised how we used to be raised, right? And I was like, I don't want that for my son. You know what I'm saying? Don't want him to grow up like that. You know, he has a chance to be different, right? But as he got older, and especially when he got into high school, I realized that I can't do this no more. I gotta talk to him like my dad talked to me, how my brothers talked to me. And I told, you know, his dad, I was like, we can't sugarcoat nothing. We gotta be real with him, because he was running into situations. You know, he had gotten into a couple of fights, and he wasn't that type of child.
He wasn't prepared for it?
No, not at all. Not that he got beat up, but he just wasn't prepared, right? He didn't know where it was coming from, right?
Right.
So when he got out of school, yeah, no sugarcoating. I was raised with David Ray. I had a daddy who didn't sugarcoat a damn thing for me, and I was his daughter. He didn't sugarcoat a damn thing. And at the time, I hated him for it. I was like, why can't you be a Cosby dad? Right? Why can't you be one of them Cosby dads?
But don't you think Cosby dads are kind of like, that's overrated?
Oh yeah. But at the time, I didn't understand it.
Right.
I didn't understand it. But it definitely helped me the older I got, because you sheltered him a bit. Yes, I sheltered him. First Lady, because he was born on the spectrum too. So I felt I needed to, right? But you don't disable your child. And I learned that you don't disable them. You don't treat them like they can't. And so I shut all that shit down. Right? And because he's capable. But there was a situation where he met some friends, and you know, these days, SBK knows it. What are they meet their friends online. A lot of their friends are online. They're in these Discords. That's how they communicate, right? So he had this group of friends that he had been playing video games with, and now he's 18, 19. I want to say 19, maybe 20. Because it was when I knew SBK. So he planned this trip with these people to go to, it was like a some type of con in Las Vegas. I was like, okay. He's like, Mom, I'm gonna go to this con, and we're leaving on this date. It was like a month or so after he booked it and everything. I was like, okay. I was like, who are you going with? Now I'm thinking he's going with his friends that he has currently that I've met. They know me, I know them, I know their parents. No. I didn't know none of these people. And they were all persuasion. Just gonna say it like that. They were all persuasion and one was a female. He came to me, he's like, yeah, we decided we're all gonna go down to Vegas, we're gonna drive. The girl has a car, she's gonna pick me up, she's gonna pick all of us up, and we're gonna drive down to Vegas. I said, what they look like? Because I didn't know at the time. And he's like, I said, you know what I'm talking about, but what do they look like? And he told me. I said, that's not gonna happen. He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, look, you get in that car, you the only one. Like I said Friday, you should never be the only one. But you get in that car, and worst case scenario, y'all driving through the desert, because we live in the Bay Area. So you got to go through LA to get to Vegas, and you got to go through the desert. What if? And you're the only one.
Yep.
I don't know these people. I don't know her first, last name. I don't know where she lived. Yeah. SBK, be quiet. You already know. Right.
Fanichi, is that you, Fanichi? Is that you, Fanichi? Shout out to the one and only Just Jay.
Hey, Just Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I told him, no, you're not going in the car. And he didn't understand. I was like, you cannot be the only one in that car. You don't know what could possibly happen. You don't know what the girl could possibly say. You don't know if that girl says something, who are they going to side with, you or her? Right? Or what if they decide, and I'm thinking, I'm not trying to fearmonger, but what if they decide to do some, we gonna get this brown boy, we gonna go in the desert, leave his butt out in the desert. You don't know your surroundings, you don't know nothing. You can't help yourself. I was like, again, I don't know these people. I don't know her car, I don't know her license, nothing. I was like, so no. I said, I'm okay with you going to Vegas, but we gonna fly out to Vegas. And that was the time when I told you, me and my husband, we flew out there with him to Vegas. He got his own hotel on the strip. We got our own hotel on the strip, but I wanted to be in the vicinity. Right. If something pop off, mama and daddy there. Okay? Right. We in the vicinity. So when I heard the parents talking, and no shade to the parents, and God bless you. I'm not trying to talk about your parenting skills, but when you say you didn't trust, your son was very trusting and you were trying to talk to him, I felt the same way. And my son was older than that boy, and I was like, you ain't getting in nobody's goddamn car. and you the only one. And when this happened, I sent this article about Nolan Wells to my son. I said, this is the very reason why I did what I did when you wanted to go to Vegas. And he said, Mom, I understand. And you were right. You just have to, at no point, when I know my kid, and I know he don't have his head on the swivel because he wasn't raised like me. He wasn't raised in that environment. You gotta train him. That's still your child.
Yep.
Adult child, I don't care. It's still, you still have the responsibility to, give them jewels. Now my son flies everywhere by himself. He makes his own reservations. He be gone. But I know he knows enough now, and I know enough. I know I've instilled enough in him to where he's equipped. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I wasn't gonna let go of that rein until I felt he was equipped.
But the thing about it is what you stated about him being overly trusting.
Yep.
He
just didn't see it.
But it's our job as parents.
Yes.
To poke holes in those theories that they got.
Yes.
They're still young and impressionable. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's what I did. I poked holes up in it.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? Here's what Sirius said. Think about this, E. A balanced approach to child rearing demands fostering a sense of independence and self-reliance rather than resorting to excessive overprotection.
Exactly. And that's why I said I wasn't gonna tell him, I don't want you to go. I wanted him to go. I just didn't want him to go in that situation. You know what I'm saying? We didn't stay, we didn't hover. Like I said, he had his own hotel down the strip. We were up the strip. We didn't mess with him at all. I just needed to be in the vicinity just in case something popped off. Miss Foxy said, I work for the police department and I ran every person my daughter dated and my children left by tags and IDs. I'm telling you. I understand that sentiment. While a natural instinct is to shield children from adversity, insulating them entirely from real world challenges can inadvertently impede. Yes. And I realized that, and I had to recover.
Yep.
And I admit it.
Let me ask you something, sis. This is parent, and this is to you, but all the parents and grandparents and folks listening in YouTube chat land. How well should we as parents know our children's friend group? How well should we know them?
It's important for you to know them. It is very important for you to know them. I need them at the house. I've met all my son's friend group. His younger friend group up into high school and beyond. I think it's very important for them to know you, for you to know them, and know how they operate. He had one friend. I'm thankful there's a place where real conversations are held in the midst of teaching and learning from one another. Great life. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yes. We want to have, that's why we did this live tonight, because I was like, I want to hear what other parents have to say, because am I the only one that feels weird about what happened? It was just the way he said, and you hit it, the way the father said what he said just threw me off. I'm like, brother man, what's wrong with you? You know better.
We want, as our children are born, we want the world to be, they want the world to be as pure-minded as they are, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen at all. And so because of that, I want to read something that I did a premiere talking about a number of stuff, but there's something
that was a good premiere.
Yeah, y'all go check it out. I'll play a couple of clips from it. Y'all go check it out, man. And this is it right here. Y'all go check it out. But you you left a comment, but
because I felt that premiere.
This is the premiere right here that I did right here, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this is it right here. It is called The Problem with Tunnel Vision.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a statement, right? Can y'all see my cursor? There's a statement that you made right here that I'll read, that you made in the comment section. Y'all go check this premiere out, by the way, because man, it just touches on this subject.
Mm-hmm.
But I just talk about a number of things, you know what I mean? And I touched on it's amazing how conversations tie together, because you were talking about, my daughter and your son, they have so-called friends online that they game with and all this type of stuff, and that they meet online. And I talked about social media, and I talked about our children, and I talked about this case. I talked about a number of stuff, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But you made a statement right here, and if y'all see the cursor, disrupt and discuss, you said you touched on a lot here, bro. I think sometimes we get caught up in everything happening around us, that we forget to stop and really take inventory of our lives, the people around us, and the choices we're making. These young men's stories, speaking of Carmelo Anthony here in Texas and Nolan, are a hard reminder of how quickly life can change. Definitely a conversation worth having. And so that right there, I was talking about all of us, having tunnel vision and not looking at things that in its totality and not looking at the things around us. We get so caught up in the hustle of daily life that we just don't stop and take inventory. And I kept on using that word towards the end of the premiere about taking inventory. It's a 20-minute video, y'all. Y'all go check it out. Every last one of us need to take inventory of our lives. We need to take inventory of our children. You know what I mean?
Right.
We think that we're raising our children sometimes, but you're not around them 24/7. You know what I mean? You're not around them 24/7. And so, unfortunately, and I've said this time and time again, that when our children and Pooh is, I see her, I listen to her. She's in the refrigerator right now, slamming doors. So she's hearing me all right now. But unfortunately, our children are online and they're talking to a lot of people online. At school, they talk to a lot of people that, so we got to keep tabs. I'm not saying that we got to micromanage. That's not what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Because life is lived and tried by fire. You know what I mean?
There's the video if you guys want to click the link.
Yeah, y'all go check it out, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of my very candid videos that I'm like really, I enjoy making content, but every time I make content or every time we make content, we always try to narrow it down to where it applies and that we can learn something about it. And I asked everybody on this premiere, I asked everybody to stop and let your children listen to it. And I got a lot of Joe sent me a message, sis. And Joe's the best friend, you know what I mean? But she said, Bestie, I want to let you know that. And her friend Derek, he's here in Texas for family reunion. Shout out! I know Derek, you're listening to us, so shout out to you, Derek. Shout out Derek. Both of them commented, and both of them, Joe sent me a message and said, "Look, I made my son. I made him sit down and look at your message, and I told him about the story about Nolan Wells, and it's almost like what you were talking about, sis, where you had your son listen, you know what I mean? And so she made him listen to my premiere, and he said to her, "Mom, I understand now what you mean by that." You know what I mean? And you'd be surprised that a lot of kids do not know about the story. They're the same age as this young man, but they're living their lives just like this young man, carefree, not a care in the world. You're living in the moment, you know what I mean? But you're not understanding what entails around you, you know?
Right.
So
Exactly.
not everybody's your damn friend. This goes to you adults too.
Adults too.
You know what I mean? Not everybody's your damn friend. And I'm gonna say this, sis. I know you're gonna cuss me out after. We talked about something, you know, we talked about some, you know, some things that we've gone through online here.
Mm-hmm.
And I take responsibility for a lot of the stuff that we've gone through online here, but we've learned from it. But the thing about it is this, and I stated this. Let me play it. Let me play something right quick, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to play. Let me find it first. And I'm going to play. Y'all go look at that premiere, man, because it just ties into what we're talking about here.
Okay.
And,
well, while you pulling up your beautiful being footage, I'm going to close this poll out. And it says, just so you guys know, can you ever truly know who your real friends are? 27% said yes, 40% said no, and 33% said only in tough situations. 40% said, hell no. You can't never really know them. The vertical said 75% said yes. You can know your friend, who your real friends are. 0 said no, and 25% said only in tough situations. Okay. Thank you guys.
Great question. Great responses. I appreciate you guys, man, answering that poll question.
Yes.
Let me play something that along the lines of what we're talking about here, about trusting people and all that good job, right? And here, can y'all see? All right, this is a portion of what I was talking about on the short, and I want y'all to listen to it. You can't trust every social media creator out there. It could be, it's a tool, right? Social media is supposed to be a tool, but I am aware of my surroundings, whether it's in live chats, whether it's, guarding what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing, and you know what I mean? I'm very selective in who I support. I'm very selective about whose chats I'm in, you know what I mean? So it's the same thing with that, because it's at social media. In social media, you can be judged by who you associate with. You can be judged by, what you say. Or you have to not have tunnel vision when it comes to social media. So I've learned a lot. You have to be aware of your surroundings. You can't trust. I want to play something else, okay, that is along the lines of what we're talking about. You know what I mean? And I misunderstood. I'm not, visiting people, or I misunderstood because, I'm not, visiting people or not, I've been accused of being, antisocial. You know what I mean? I've been accused of, being selective. That's fine. I'll take that. But it's either I'm going to be a man and accept my responsibilities as a father and making sure that my daughter has a great education, raising her, teaching her right from wrong, being at the house, and being the protector that I need to be, or me being out here just abusing my body, which I don't do that anyways, but out here on the streets or whatever, you know, being with women, bringing every Tom, Dick, and Harry at my house, you know what I mean? Bringing women at my house. I decided that I wanted to be a great example to my daughter. And that's caused me a lot, you know, hey, he's not around. I don't give a damn about none of that. Because at the end of the day, I think I did a pretty decent damn job with raising my daughter. I think I did a decent damn job at being a homebody. There's nothing wrong with being a homebody, you know? So I think that I did a really good damn job at not just trusting everybody and not just being an absent father. You know what I mean? Being a father is a 24-hour day job. You know what I mean? So I'm playing that to play. I'm playing that to say this along the lines of the first video that you played with the young man's father, Mr. Ellis, saying about trust. I don't want to see race or whatever. I don't want to look at it as race, blah, 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 blah. It's up to us, man, to be parents and to, I don't give a damn how you call it. We called it out. We said, look, you know, you got to poke holes in the theories that our children come up with because, you know, their theories and the way they look at life is skewed because they have not lived life and they don't see the potholes and all the strays, you know, that can lead to something that could be crazy. You know what I mean? So
right.
We got to be parents. Parents got to be parents. You know what I mean? It's our job to ask questions. It's our job to, you know, stir them in the right direction. If it hurts their feelings, if they question us, or if they get disappointed, so what? Tough. You know what I mean? So I'd rather them be disappointed and them be mad at me and them still be here on this earth and them not losing their life. You know what I mean? I don't give a damn about all that. You know what I mean? You can be mad at me all you want to, but I'd rather you be mad at me and me say, no, you're not going there. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't sound right to me. I'd rather you be mad at me than for me to be burying you and not knowing what happened to you. You know what I mean? So that's the reality of it. You know what I mean? Us as parents, this is a teaching moment. You grandparents out there, you know what I mean? You know, you grandparents out there, you know, this doesn't exclude you. You know what I mean? Women out there, this is to you.
Aunties, uncles.
Yes. You know what I mean? Anybody can be taken advantage of, you know what I mean? So not just our children. Anybody can get taken advantage of. We just have to take the blinders off and just look. You know what I mean?
And have them uncomfortable conversations. Don't just assume that your kid, because they're book smart and they're intelligent and they have a high IQ or they have a high acumen in school. Book smart and street smart is two separate talents, gifts. They are not the same.
Not at all.
You could be extremely book smart and get hustled out of everything.
Amen. I've been amening you all this week. Because of my street sensibility, it has made me be a better businessman. That might not make sense to a lot of y'all.
Makes perfect sense.
But a lot of people, what do you mean by that? Trust me, you know what I mean? My street sense and what I've gone through in my life as a youngster, you know what I mean? And me being an OG, it's helped me out tremendously as a OG, because I think the creator, I think everybody that, you know, that helped me along the way, but all the stuff that I went through, sis, you know, with the street shit, you know what I mean? It's caused me to be a better businessman, because you can be a scumbag and still wear a suit and a tie and still have the same mentality as one of these jokers on the street that try to smile in your face, but then they got a
Right.
finger behind your back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's I've learned how to spot that. You know what I mean? You ladies need to teach your young men about what to look for in a young lady and how young ladies play games. Because you ladies know how to get to a man's feelings. All of you do. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's a whole nother conversation.
Absolutely. You know what I mean?
I often wonder about these men hating women.
Oh Lord.
These ultra feminine women who have sons.
Yep.
What are you teaching your sons? What are you teaching your sons? That's why I can't be. I try to be as balanced. I'm balanced. When I say I'm a boy mom, I am a boy mom. But my daughter, I ain't got no problems with my daughter. True now, that's a whole nother. Yes, it is. It really is, Miss Foxy. But my daughter and my middle son, they was raised in the hood. So they be on the swivel. But the youngest one, oh, I was like, I done fucked up. I done hit too much. I had to reel it in.
But you know, it's like this here. You touched on you're about to go in, but you kind of like
I'm trying to.
No, I'm trying to get you to come out. Even though it's not a Friday night, but I'm trying to get you to come outside. But you start to touch on it, then you veered off. Yes, it makes you wonder about these dudes out here that don't have their head on the swivel, and that they got these preconceived ideas about women and so forth and so on. Makes you wonder who raised you. And you do not have that street sense and that common sense. You know what I mean? Nobody sat you down and talked to you like, and I thank God, man. That my mother like sat me down, just like you was talking about as a mother sitting your son down, and my mom, told it like it was. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And hold nothing back. Hold on. Feminist sons grow up despising women that remind them of their moms or any woman that ever violated them. I agree with that.
I agree with that. Because they're constantly, especially if they have a son and a daughter and they're ultra feminists. So the daughter gets more attention and more praise, and the son gets dogged, and you just like your no good ass daddy and da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's all women, but I'm just saying that it's a conversation to be had for sure.
Yep. But yeah, we done gone down rabbit holes. But like I said, man, it makes you wonder why, just Jay was talking about it. It makes you wonder why these women and these dudes, especially these dudes, have all these preconceived ideas because parents have not done what they're supposed to do. And like I said, man, I think my lucky stars that my mother was like, just broke it all the way down. You know what I mean? Yep. Didn't hold no punches. Hey, right? That woman was a hoe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she just want to put that you know what on you. You know what I mean? But it's like I've talked to you in pre-production about women, and I think I'm thankful for women that just tell me like it is, tell it like it is. Sis, I don't want no woman.
I'll tell you like it is.
I done told you. You've been on one all day.
don't know what happened to me earlier today.
Well, you on one all day. I'm like, damn, shit. Is that Margaret? Is that Margaret speaking to you and incarnate and come down and shit? But it's
Ooh.
ladies and gentlemen, we were talking about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, I don't want no pussyfooting ass woman around me. And I'm not talking about just relationship wise. If you're a woman around me, I want you to tell it like it is. I want you to not hold back. You know what I mean? Too many of our men are this is not a Friday night, this is Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, it's hump day.
Yeah, it's hump day. Too many of our men are sissified. Too many of our men today are sissified. They like to, instead of listening.
Where DR at?
DR, yeah, DR listen. DR, I know you listen. Too many of our women are sissified, bro. Women, y'all don't need to be puzzled. You know what I mean? Y'all are the salt of the earth. You know what I mean? Teach your men, that they need to, look out for those strays. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Look out for those strays. You know what I mean? So, yes, in this story here, sis, never leave anyone behind. You were talking about women, your girlfriends and stuff like that. Yep. Same thing with the guys. You know what I mean? Shouldn't leave anybody behind. That's one lesson that applies to everybody. If everyone arrived together, everyone should leave together. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Nobody should be stranded or left somewhere. You know what I mean?
You do, that ain't your friend.
That ain't your friend.
I have a story about that too. I had a person, and I found out through that trial and test, she wasn't my friend. And she wasn't my friend because we all came together. And you know how back then you used to go, and anywhere you went in groups, it'd be groups of men, groups of women, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all talking, exchanging numbers. That's how we did in our day. We got out, you see people, you choosing.
Generation X.
Yeah, Wakanda, the true Wakanda. But we got out, and true Wakanda. We got out, we met people. Well, this young lady, I'm gonna call her that because I'm older now. The dude that she liked me. And because she didn't like that, she left me. Because she was the one driving. All right. But luckily, I knew how to get around. I got money. I know how to use the public transportation system. And I got home. But that was not a friend. Because how you gonna get mad at me when some ninja you don't even know was trying to talk to me just because you wanted him and I didn't want him? You know what I'm saying? Just weird things like that. Those are situations. That's not your friend. Ain't no way of getting around that. Y'all ain't friends. That's not your friend. That is our law. No person left behind. Exactly. Unless you got one of these old trifling heifers. Jealous trifling heifers. Them dang boys will kill a friendship. Yes. Yes. And it was just a dude. You know what I'm saying? We go out exchanging. Getting numbers. Back then you used to get we used to girlfriends, how many numbers can we come home with? How many numbers can we come home with?
Y'all used to do that too?
Yes. That was simply all it was.
Did you ever use some of them? Did you use some of them? Did you use some of them?
No, because back then you wait for the dude to call you. That was back then. You wait for the dude to call you. Nowadays they like, they call. No, because if I'm giving my number out, I give my pager number out. I'm dating myself. Then you my type. We had this conversation today. Women have a type. We like what men look like. We go for looks too. It's not all men. So thank you.
We talked about this pre-production, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like women, y'all women that are listening right now, y'all are way more upfront about what you like than dudes. You know what I mean? Y'all are way, if I'm just gonna be honest, if a ninja doesn't look right, teeth busted up, skin busted up, looks like he's funky and nasty, you know what I mean? I showed sis a picture of a dude or whatever that we know or whatever. This ninja looked like a damn Grouch, Mr. Grouch off of Sesame Street. You know what I mean? Look just like Mr. Grouch. I mean, just need to paint him green. Teeth all spaced out and everything. But this dude, we know this guy, from, as a content creator. I mean, that's all, folks. You know what I'm saying? And the ninja had enough gall to cam up or whatever, and looked a hot mess. You know what I mean? And so sis was like, look, I cannot believe that, we were associated with people that perpetrate to be something that they're not. I'm telling you, this dude looked like Mr. Grouch. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And looked like he was getting ready. He looked like he was popping his head up out of the trash can. You know what I'm saying? He looked just like Mr. Grouch. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? Man. So y'all women know what y'all like. Y'all got y'all type. And you might, sis has been married for decades and been with bro for decades. But as a woman, a man in her mind needs to have this. You know what I mean? Teeth needs to be on point. Body needs to be on point. Smell good. You know what I mean? Know how to coordinate his dress. Are y'all women? Are y'all listening to me out there? You know what I mean? So that's where we at with that. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm just saying, just Jay. No man boobs. Yeah, no man boobs. You know what I mean? Doesn't look like a damn what's that you called? What you say that walrus? Don't look like a walrus or nothing like that.
Oh, walrus. Yep. No peg legs.
No peg legs. All that. Am I right about
all
it?
That.
Am I right? Okay. All right.
You're right about it.
Yeah, definitely no man boobs. But if you're man boob, definitely no man boobs.
But they gotta move if you got them. Gotta have that muscle in behind it. Hey, you gonna have them. They better know how to move. They better know how to dance. God dang it.
Oh, shit.
Make them dance.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Hey, Juicy, how you doing, beautiful? How are you?
Hey, Juicy.
Yeah, they KB47 look nice. Oh man, that's exactly what sis was talking about.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But look, to each his own. Juicy, you just came up in here with a juicy conversation. We were just talking about how y'all women how women are very visual quick creatures. Y'all are visual. Y'all like what you like. Y'all like this, you know. If a man is not on point, you know, y'all like to look at men that are on point. You know?
Yes, we do. I'm not dead.
You know what I'm saying? You're not dead.
I still function.
And I have to say, you know, I had to admit, to sis during this pre-production, we're talking about all this, that I have to admit as a man, I like what I like. Just like y'all, I'm a visual creature too. It's just that y'all, women are way more, y'all are very much honest, more so than men. You know, y'all, if a man has man boobs, Jay, if a man have man boobs and they got floppy titties all over the place, you know what I mean? You ain't gonna, you know, juicy fruit. I'm speaking, you know. If a man looks like he's got eczema and needs to go to the doctor and get that skin all tightened up and whatever, you know, looks like a wars. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Yeah, gotta get that fixed.
Yeah, of course, you gotta be big on personality. She said yes for the most part, but I'm super big on personality. I'll take an ugly, honorable, respectful gentleman any day. But you know, it's subjective.
God bless you. God bless you.
But yeah, you can't have, you know, eczema. If you got eczema, you look like a walrus or whatever. You know, if you look like a hunchback of Notre Dame. Yeah. No keg belly, Foxy, yeah. But Juicy, sis said, God bless you. She's
God bless you.
She can't go for the person. She can't go for the personality.
I mean, I like personality, but you know, it's got to be a total package. But beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What I find fine might not be fine to other women. You know what I'm saying? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Y'all can't do man boobs. Y'all can't do man boobs.
Egg belly.
Y'all can't. What if he had a good personality though, Juicy? You can't do man boobs, and he have a good personality. I'm just saying. He said she got to look at you, so you better be right.
You better be right. Yeah. And plus, I'm big on loyalty. He can be my height, but his money gonna make him look tall to me. Right? She said his money gonna make him look tall. That money gotta be long. He do. They're just certain things. But like I said, what is fine to me would not be fine to other women. You know what I'm saying? All I can say is you definitely, most definitely, personality or not, your teeth jacked or missing, it's a no bueno. I don't care.
So let me ask you something, sis. You know, we've been talking about serious stuff. We on, you know.
Yes, we got to lighten this up.
So you said the teeth can't be jacked. So when you got these ninjas with these overly white teeth, and you know they got
veneers,
they got overly white teeth, and they look like two big bars of soap up in their mouth. You know what I'm saying? What do you got to say about that?
I mean, to each his own, but I've heard some horror stories about those that people with veneers got some doo-doo breath because they don't, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like the BBLs. Veneers are the BBLs because they drill down or saw down their teeth, right? Where their teeth are like little,
right?
But they put these veneers on and they don't use dental floss. Now, if you don't know my brother right here, I could be on a Marco Polo with this Mickey Ficky and he got a floss thing in his mouth doing this all day. He's forever flossing. He would be okay with veneers, but people who have veneers, they say you have to floss like every meal, everything else. That stuff gets stuck, and they're not real teeth, so your breath stinks like toilet with stuff in it.
I don't have veneers. This is what mama I was born with. I don't have veneers. I was just
I'm just
born.
saying.
Oh, but yeah,
You can have very white, soap white teeth, but God dang it, if your breath stank, Lord have mercy. Back away from me.
Good night, my peers. Says good night, everyone.
Good night.
Watch what I missed on replay. Stay blessed, sweetheart. Stay blessed, my peer. Good night.
Good night, Miss Alice.
All of y'all are cooking up in the chat. Juicy's tripping out. She said Jay says she'll look over that ball spot. The bag is right. I can do just about anything, but I can't do big guys. What you mean by big guys?
I don't think she means you're big. I think she means like Fat Albert big, Faison Love big. What's that other brother? You know, round.
Oh, is that what
round
you mean,
brothers?
Is that what you mean, Juicy?
You know, the round brothers.
Now, Juicy, I'm just saying. So Juicy, you want a flat booty? A flat booty, man? See that booty is bigger than mine. You don't want no flat booty, man, do you? Mm-hmm. Oh, you can tell SBK take care of his. Oh,
yes.
It's funny because
I'm literally on a Marco and he like this talking to me. Sis, all up in his teeth with the flosser. All the time. At work, in his car, going to the gym, leaving the gym, watching TV, talking to me. Sis. With the flosser.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm like that. Whenever I was a kid, my mom, I'm talking about whenever I was first, second, third grade, my mom used to say, you need to start dental flossing, you know. And back then, I don't know if they still do it these days, but you know, back then in Gen X, you know, we used to have health teachers that used to come in and talk about how to properly dental floss and all that type of stuff, you know, talk about health and teeth and all that. But my mom got on to me one time. It's like, son, go in there and you got all that bread on your mouth, in your mouth. She used to say that
stuff in between.
So you got all that bread. You got all that bread in your teeth. Go get that out of your, you know. And so I'm like, really? What's she talking about? So now I have this phobia, man. You know, and she did, Juicy. She did. You know. So good night, DR.
Good night, Bay Area, baby.
We're calling for you. I know you probably got to get up in the morning. So good night to you. But Juicy, she did. So now I have this phobia because now I look at women and dudes or whatever, but you know, if you're talking to me or whatever, and you got all that bread down here, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, ugh. Oh, you got bread, you know, in your gums. I'm like, ugh. No dental floss, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want anybody to look in my mouth. And I don't, especially no women, you know what I mean? I don't want no women to look at my mouth and be like, damn, this shit is yellow, you know what I mean? He looks like he's been in the ice box, in the refrigerator, chomping on butter all day. Chomping on butter all day long.
Dang. You cold.
So, I'm just saying. But I'm just, Juicy, we just keep it real. We just keep it real.
Okay.
But yeah, Juicy, you were saying you can't be with no dude to have no booty like his booty can't be bigger than yours. But look here, Juicy. We've been talking about serious stuff, y'all, but we've been silly now. Now you know
I
what?
can't stay serious all night. That messes with my
psyche.
My mental. Yeah.
So I'm gonna say this here. Now Joe, she would be interacting in the chat, but she's at Vacation Bible School.
Oh, I know.
Now, Juicy, you don't want no man to his pants. You know, us men, we gotta have a backside to hold up our pants. You know what I'm saying? We can't have a permanent sag going on. You know what I mean?
Lord,
you know what I mean? I'm just saying because I heard that y'all women like for y'all that women like for the grab on a man's tush every now and then too. You know what I'm saying? That's what I heard. You know,
word on the street.
Word on the street said y'all don't want no. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Oh Lord.
I'm just saying. What you say? I don't want a flat booty. I just don't like men with big childbearing.
It does. You have to admit it does look weird though. It does.
Childbearing hips?
Yes, a man with childbearing hips. You be like, what kind of estrogen you've been taking? Why is your hips like that? What kind of milk? Did your mama give you soy milk when you was little? What is going on? Why has you got so much estrogen in you?
Okay, so down through the years, y'all still with me, Juicy and Just Jay. Y'all, down through the years, we've seen people on here that are bad built. And so when you're bad built, you know what I mean, as a dude, you lash out and you project.
Yeah, you do.
You lash out, you project. We've been around. We've seen some dudes on here that look kind of funky looking. You know what I mean? Yeah, bless their hearts, Juicy. They look kind of funky looking on here. I can only look. I can only speak for myself. Look, I work with majority, as you know, I work with a majority of people that work around me are young people, young women, and just women. Period. Women. They're around me all the time. They're in my office. They hover around you. It's just the way it is. And let me show you something. Women, so they'll come in. I'm like, so you got to be conscious. So that's the reason why I tell my daughter. We're talking about teaching our kids stuff, right? I try to tell my daughter, look, man, I got special. I got special oils that I buy for Pooh. You know what I mean, for her face. I don't believe in. I'm like you, sis. We don't believe in going to the store and getting stuff and just putting it on our face. We make our stuff. We make our stuff for our face. I buy. There's a lady. Shout out to her. That Joe and I we buy stuff that she handmade makes for feminine products for my daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And there's male products that I use for myself as far as cleanliness. I use for myself as well. Yeah. And it's all natural stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't, so that's what, so I tell my daughter all the time, look, man, look yourself in the mirror before you get up out of the house, man. You see that? your face is kind of looking kind of dry. So go, and she's like, oh, I keep my body oils in the car. You know what I mean? I keep all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I try, I'm on camera with y'all. You know what I mean? I'm on camera with y'all. I'm really big on trying to, keep up with myself. The older we get, sis, as you know, the older we get, that's the reason why I appreciate you and Disrupt and Discuss. Y'all talk about you and Casey. Y'all talk about you and Casey talk about a lot of stuff, man. That I'm like, damn, I thought I was the only one that thought like that. You know what I mean? So I try to, I don't like a lot of bumps on my face. You know what I'm saying? I don't, I'm constantly, I exfoliate my skin. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You got men, you gotta make sure that, have y'all ever seen Negroes with lips that are camouflaged? You know why, don't you? You know why, don't you? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, they mouth messed up.
Exactly.
Got the mic like this.
My lips are not going to be.
Speaking to the mic. Speaking to the mic.
You stupid.
Speaking to the mic.
You stupid.
They having a thing all up here like this, talking mess about people, but they can't show their mouth. Diabolical. Diabolical.
Diabolical. Look. You gotta make sure your lips are clean. Look it up, man. As a man, you gotta make Juicy, Jay, women listening to me right now. Sis, y'all don't want no man to have crust around his lips and his lips be different colors and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Men need to keep up with this, and we need to teach our children. You know what I'm saying? Every time I take my my dog to the dentist, you know what I mean? They always tell her, you see your dad's teeth? You see your dad's teeth? Your teeth are made just like your dad. You guys, you gotta get in between, do this right here, blah, 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 blah. You see how dad's teeth are like? You see the way dad's teeth is? And she'll look at me.
Okay. Kids are not, they different these days.
Man.
They don't match. They don't want to do their hair.
I'm like
different breed.
Who? What are you wearing?
Yeah.
What are you wearing?
I don't but that's my era. I used to match so bad. From head to toe. So if I had, at a certain point, I loved Nike Air Max. Remember when Nike Air Max was out? And every new Nike Air Max, Dad don't play about his health and hygiene. I'm falling out.
Yeah.
Right? We used to wear the Nike Air Max jogger suit. What did she say? I'm always after mine about looking. Man, they don't understand it.
They don't.
And don't match. I have never. I feel weird wearing two different types of socks.
Oh.
I just don't feel right.
I still wear
Nike Air Max. I used to wear the whole suit. Remember when they used to have the whole suit at Foot Locker? So I used to buy the shoes, the socks, the windbreaker, the pant, everything, right? I would go as far, Just Jay. My nails had to match the name. My new Nike Air Max. And then back then, well, I still wear them. Color contacts. I used to have color contacts for every outfit. That's how much I like to match. So to see this era I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? That
Man,
does not match.
I the older that I get, the more so I'm like, I'm more conscious about the way I look.
Yes, I used to love it, man.
Yeah, she fly, she fancy, huh?
I used to love matching. Love it.
But I still wear in the winter, you want to call here in Texas winter. We don't really have true winters, except for a day or two. I still wear Adidas suits, man. I wear Adidas suits. You know what I'm saying?
The Adidas, okay.
Yeah, Adidas. I still wear
Adidas
contacts.
Yes. Yes. I used to have hazel, green, gray, blue, purple. Well, they called them violet back then. Violet.
So you
I had the purple contacts, everything.
So you used to buy according to your eye color, or vice versa, or buy and then get the eye color.
I just made sure I had every color contacts.
Okay, I got you.
When every year when you get your vision appointment, I would back then you had to make sure you had to. The doctor had to write down the color that you wanted. I'm like, I want all of them. You give them all to me. So I had every color contact, and I have not switched up.
But it goes to that, and then I'm very, my hair. I used to, back in the late '90s through the Tupac era, I used to shave my head. You know what I'm saying? And then I grew my hair out. Of course, it's very long now. You know what I mean? But I make sure that I supplement right. What is that? What is that stuff I got? I'm trying to read it to you, but I'm over here. But I take a lot. Where is it at? I take a lot of supplements or whatever for hair growth, for beard growth. You know what I mean? All natural stuff. You know what I mean? To make it is what it is. You know what I mean? So I don't. If you're a lady, whether I'm kin to you, or I'm not, I want to be presentable, because women are going to tell the truth. Oh, that ninja smells good. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, thank you. It is. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. You making me blush. It's long. It's long too. If I blow dry, sis, it's
like this.
It's way out here, but it's way out there, man. So, I try to keep my hair and my myself, because I feel like as you get older, you need to age gracefully. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, when we get older, we need to supplement more, because you're losing a lot as you get older.
I'm being serious, Just Jay. Y'all are making me blush, for real. I blush a lot. Jay, you been following me for a while. I blush a lot. You know what I'm saying? For real.
He does.
So,
and Just Jay knows that.
Yes, yeah, Jay knows that. She just tripping. But yeah, y'all women tell the truth. Y'all be telling the truth. You know what I mean? And that needs to that's that should translate.
Juicy said she a cosmetologist by trade.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Oh, you couldn't help. You can tell by me or by you. She can tell by you.
You can she can tell looking at your hair, because she's a cosmetologist by trade.
Oh yeah. Every time, I try. I don't know. I just try to keep up with myself. I try to.
He does.
I try to keep up with
this, y'all. I also have to deal with he brushing his beard, combing his beard. Sid. He keeps up with this stuff. Sid, he be in the car talking to me. Sis, calming it out.
But I do it by habit. You know what I mean? I do it by habit. It's
You're not lying. I see this on a daily basis, so I can concur. I am agreeing.
You get on my nerves.
What you saying?
She ain't lying, Juicy. She ain't lying, Jay.
But
I do my hand. You know, I have bought an exfoliating hairbrush for my beard. You know,
exfoliating.
Yeah.
Why am I not surprised?
I went on a first date with this guy and told him his clothes was too tight, and he got offended. And let's just say that was the last date. So all of his clothes were tight, like his shirts. And now, Jay, are we talking about now? There's a difference between being too tight and being fitted. So, Jay, are you saying that you don't like for men to have fitted? I'm just asking.
Jay, did he have on leggings? Did he have on jeggings? That's what you're talking about, ain't you? He had on some gay male leggings. That's what you're talking about, ain't you? It's a difference between wearing gray sweatpants and jeggings for men.
What'd you call it, Sue?
Gray sweatpants or jeggings for men.
You said jeggings.
They're called They have leggings and they have jeggings, which are supposed to be jogging leggings, something like that. They used to call them jeggings.
Are you a fan of men wearing those? In your opinion?
Leggings?
Yeah.
For men?
Yeah. The men do wear it.
Hell no.
Men wear
it. Not in my house. No. That's inappropriate.
Do you know men wear those things?
It's inappropriate. Mm-mm. I don't even like men who wear where's my boots? My Ugg boots. I don't like men who wear Ugg boots.
Oh no, that's yeah.
Yeah, I don't like stuff like that.
No, that's yeah.
That doesn't attract me.
I don't wear nothing. I don't wear nothing Uggs. And
I'm still old school. I love my husband. He still irons his clothes.
Oh yeah.
Crispy.
Starchy Archie.
Yeah.
Starchy Archie.
I like my era.
Men should not wear them. So men should wear leggings.
That's right.
His shorts was tight as heck. They probably was fitted, but they looked hella tight to me.
Damn. He had on shorts? Tight shorts?
Damn. I had a trainer that used to wear leggings because he wanted everyone to see his muscles. Now,
in the gym?
Now leggings. Now look, leggings. I will admit, y'all, sis.
Yeah, in the gym.
I wear leggings. Athletic leggings, but I wear
shorts.
I wear shorts above them on leg day.
My husband does too.
During the cold, you know what I'm saying? I wear leggings, but I wear shorts over them. I'm not just gonna go outside because, especially when it's cold, when it's cold outside, I wear leggings, but I wear shorts over them. Just like, I'm not gonna wear no leggings. Just to, what I'm saying?
It's mandatory you put some shorts over. Well, again, in my house. But I'm like, you can't be walking out this house without just the leggings on. You showing my goodies. I can't allow no other women to see my goodies. Shorts are necessary.
Yes, Juicy. Yeah. In the gym, I wear leggings, but I have shorts on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wear shorts.
I bought my husband's leggings and his shorts.
Yeah, for sure.
And his sleeveless hoodies.
Yeah, you got me. I got a sleeveless hoodie. I got a sleeveless hoodie that came in today.
Do you?
Yeah. So I got to get all colors though. I was like, when you and your husband was working out in the gym, I was like, man, I need to find me some of them. That looks comfortable as hell. So I got about 7 or 8 of them damn things. Now I need some more colors though. I can wear that,
Yeah, he likes it because he put his hood on, and so he doesn't. He's kind of like you. He don't like when people come up to him and talk.
Nope.
If they have to catch him, he will talk. But when he comes in there, he wants to work out. So he put that hood on and his earphones, and he don't want nobody to talk to him while he's working out.
That's the reason why I'm like, man, I don't want, because if you catch eye contact with me,
yes,
contact with some of these birds in there, man, they want to, I don't want to talk. What school do you play for? Did you used to play football? Are you a wrestler? How much protein do you take?
Right? Yeah, he don't like that. He like to, when he comes in, he a regular, so he pound up, they all pound up. But once he put that, it's don't talk to me.
No, don't talk to me.
Time for me to get it in. We done already pounded it up. We good.
Don't talk to me at all.
Just Jay says she don't like talking in the gym neither.
Nope. Ready, exactly, Juicy. Ready to work.
Ready to work.
Shit. Time to go to work.
I don't know how people talk at the gym. Man, it be some people up in there, they just be up in there talking. Just standing there. I don't like the ones that they are around the equipment that I need and they just running their mouth.
Fact.
Like, is y'all gonna hit this or not? And I can't even rotate in because y'all just running your mouths.
It's a tragic moment. It's a tragic moment.
It really is. We done went from tragedy to I'm sorry, I cannot, for those of you guys who are like, oh, they just switch. Yeah, I can't stay in that mode for a long length of time. I cannot.
No, we gotta switch it up, man. You gotta switch it up. That's the reason why, man, I can't,
I have to watch things that make me laugh before I go to bed. That's just me. I don't like dwelling on negative things before I go to sleep.
Shit, I go when nobody's there so I can use the equipment I want and so nobody talk. Well,
okay.
I go at different times, but I don't know, man. I just don't like talking to people. I guess I just have. Look, Juicy, Just Jay, sis, y'all, radio land, TV land, whatever you want to call it, man. I just don't, man. Nobody wants to really approach me, anyways.
No, they do. What's that mean, man? It take him to show you this video.
Yeah, I gotta find that.
This older persuasion man. He's like, God damn it! Every time we come here, he has to do the same damn thing every time. And he had this big old what was it? The
jam box.
Jam box. He showed me this man. He said, I think he's from California, sis.
He was in there today.
Oh,
He was in
you
there today.
here.
He was in there today.
He's like, I can't stand it. He always want to talk to me.
Man, he
What you lifting there?
Yeah.
How much you lifting?
He got that jam box is like he's stuck in the 80s. It's about 6 foot wide.
I thought bro was lying. So he's like, look at it. He turned his phone. He's like, there you go, right there. I was like, damn.
And I can't be rude to him because it's funny. He's a regular, but it's like he's so funny because he'll go to
He look like he a straight up tree hugger.
He comes to me, he's like, you still lifting the gym? And he just start busting out laughing. And I just you know.
And what kind of music? What do he play?
He's Destiny's Child. Destiny's Child.
I was like, that man playing what?
Destiny's Child, and he was playing Scrub. I don't want no scrubs.
You gotta see it. I was like, oh hell no, I don't believe you.
I gotta find the video and make a short out of it so y'all can see, man. White guy, ponytail, you know what I mean, older guy, cowboy hat, got gym shorts on with cowboy boots.
Yes.
And
I did not believe him until he said, here he go, right here, sis. And he put the photo. I was like, swear to God. I could not stop laughing.
And it just so happened when I showed you him, he came up with me talking. I'm like, this dude. Yes, he was playing Destiny's Child. Yes. And you know, gyms already have gym
music playing
on the intercom.
Yeah.
He's got his jam box up there playing Destiny's Child and TLC.
That sucker's big too.
It is huge. It is huge. It keeps you of the old breaking. Remember breaking? Shit. His shit was bigger than theirs.
Right? What was the it looked like what's his name and Do the Right Thing? With he had a big box. What did they call him? That's what you remind me of. I gotta find him now.
Cowboy mustache, cowboy hat, gym shorts on. He's a cool guy, but man, Radio
Raheem. Yep. He looked like he had that big old like Radio Raheem. It was that big.
Advocate listen to Taylor Swift we work out, but I'm not going to tell everybody. No, man. We was talking about what we talking about rap music last week?
He listened to Black Superman by the Outlaws.
Yeah. Taylor Swift. Not no Taylor Swift.
Ain't no what was Taylor Swift's song? I kissed a girl and I liked it.
I kissed a girl and I liked it. And the other, I forget the other one. It's that big. I can't find. I need to find the video. But I put him on Instagram one time.
I thought he was lying. He's like, man, I don't want to go and hear this man here. Man, damn. He can't be that bad. He swung that camera on and I was like, oh damn.
I will. I'm gonna make a it's him and another guy that I wanna there's one other little dude that comes in there. I don't think I showed sis this one, but I did put him on IG. One little dude, he goes in there, he's probably about 5'4". You know what I mean? He goes in there screaming all the time. He's up there literally like that.
As he lifted?
Yeah.
See, he'll get kicked out of Planet Fitness.
Yeah, he'll get kicked out of Planet Fitness, but he goes in there, man. Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, what the hell? But I'm gonna make I'm gonna make it short, make it short and edit it.
Man, that mess is funny as hell.
But anyway, sis. Yep, with sound effects and everything. Anyways, man.
We have toured.
But we couldn't talk about all this tragic stuff, man. But without
without bringing some funny.
Yeah. So I hope that everybody, learned something. Today, every tragedy can become a lesson if you're willing to listen. We gotta continue to, that family. Nolan's family.
Keep them in your prayers.
In their prayers, you know what I mean? That they'll find some justice, hopefully, and that they can, they got a hole in their heart, man. They got a hole in their heart right now. They got a hole in their lives. So that's, but we just got to take these examples and just kind of like keep our head on a swivel, as Sis has been saying all night. Got to keep your head on a swivel. You know what I mean? We got to hold ourselves accountable as parents, and we got to hold our children accountable.
Right.
You know what I mean? Same with the Carmelo Anthony case here in Texas.
Yep.
I mean, we got to hold ourselves accountable as parents, hold our children accountable, ask questions, have tough conversations.
Yep.
And learn from it. You know what I mean? And move accordingly. And
absolutely.
And remember, this society is just, even though we would wish to live in a perfect and normal world, normal setting, but that's not the case. Not the case at all.
Yeah, you just gotta. You never stop talking to your kids, even if they're adults.
Yeah,
I'm a firm believer in, especially nowadays.
Yep,
our kids weren't raised like us, so you can't assume they know. Because they don't. A lot of them don't. And when you have conversations with them, you really get to see. Sometimes my son and my daughter surprise me. And sometimes I'm like, oh, well, we need to have that conversation. But you never know unless you talking to them. Don't just assume.
Right. You never stop being a parent just because they graduate or they move out of the house.
Exactly.
They get married because, you're always going to be a parent until you leave this earth,
Until you leave this earth. Yep.
That's it.
Absolutely.
So that's all I got.
I hope you guys enjoyed the end of the night, the comic relief that we provided, after our serious talk. Will we be back Friday? Will we be back Friday?
We can be.
He said we can be.
Yeah, we can be back Friday. We can be.
I gotta make sure.
Yeah, we can be.
I know tomorrow, you guys, tune in to Disrupt and Discuss. I have another part 2, Coach T. Part 2, Coach T coming through. That was our first interview, and It was fun as heck. So we rebooted it. Check us out. It will air tomorrow. And
we know this,
sir.
Y'all just stay tuned, man. I've been putting out premieres, and I don't know if I'm going to go live Saturday or not. Barb, I got some things cooked up for live. But y'all just stay tuned. I'm always putting out something. So y'all just stay tuned. Put your notifications up with the SBK channel. I'm always doing something. I'm always posting something. I'm always posting shorts. I'm always posting the community wall. So yeah, I'm cooking up an interview with somebody.
Okay.
We talking back and forth
All right.
on the email. So we're gonna be this young lady might she might open up. I'm thinking about having her open up the bar with me. It's gonna be live.
Okay.
So yeah, she's I think it's gonna be live. I'll tell you who it is.
He said, I think it's gonna be live.
Yeah, it's gonna be live, man. Yep.
That's what's up.
Yep.
So we waiting for that.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, in between time, you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Yeah, we came on a hump day. I can't say Friday. So have a wonderful rest of your week. Don't let nobody get under your skin. And you know what I always tell you. Touch some grass.
Exactly.
Touch some grass.
Exactly.
Man. Until the next one, what do we usually say?
We say we are gone.